Alright, sir. How did you conceptualize the show?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you. The show came about, honestly, it's a collaborative effort, yung pag-conceptualize nito from our producers and yung aming musical director, si Elmer, at saka si direct namin, si Direct J, and myself. At the start of the year, honestly, I was telling my wife, si Jessa, na alam mo, we're both individual artists. I know we're busy doing a collaborative tour. Pero sabi ko, sana ang wish ko, makaroon ako ng concert na solo concert. Kasi it's been a while since I have done a major solo show. And then, biglang nangyari to. So I think it was really God sent. So, ang concept talaga is really based on my experience as a pop artist since the time I started, which was 37 years ago, to today, tsaka evolution ng Pinoy pop. So that's ganun basically nabuo yung concept ng show.
Sir, naalala niyo po ba yung pinakaunang concert niyo po, na major concert? Can you share some story?
Okay.
Those times.
Kasi pag sinabi mo kasing major, maraming factors yan. Pag sinabi mo, ako kasi pag sa akin major, pwede mo sabihin yung laki ng venue, di ba? Ako, yung major, both combination ng laki ng venue tsaka yung madaming nangyayari. Ilaw and all. Kesa sa yung pag maliit lang yung venue. May mga kasi, I did a lot of small shows like Rumors. Dati uso pa yun sa mga clubs, sa mga ganun. But my first major show would probably be November of 1987, November 20, sa Rizal Theater pa nun. Yan yung music museum nung araw namin. Bago nagkaroon ng music museum, Rizal Theater yon. That was before siya nabago, before siya tear down. I was able to perform pa. And Rizal Theater was the first show. Wow! Siyempre kakaiba yun. I mean, for me, baguhan pa lang ako nun. Kakapasok ko lang sa industry in 1987. And then to have a major show like that, na puno, sold out, and I had guests like no less than Sharon Cuneta, Regine Velasquez was also starting out back then, siyang kasama ko. I remember si Ogie was just the front act pa nun, kakapasok pa lang. It was just really a great experience for me na nakaka-overwhelm kasi pag baguhan ka, to be trusted like that. But I came from Kundirana so I had experience sa stage. Pero iba lang yun pag solo ka na. So, medyo greenhorn ka. Marami pa rin mga... I must admit, when I was starting out, I was not as polished maybe as I am now as an entertainer. So, you would say na really it was a learning experience for me.
I see. Ngayon lang po ulit kayo mag-concert, right?
I've been doing concerts regularly, pero yung major concert, it's been like almost, more than a decade siguro. Kasi, that's a good question. Bakit ngayon lang ulit? Sobrang naging busy kami. And tuloy-tuloy kasi we kept traveling here, US, and different parts of the world. So, kasi when you do a major show, there's a lot of preparations that are involved in it. Rehearsals, looking for new concepts for production, for numbers, yung mga production numbers mo. So, it's not just kanta ka lang ng kanta lang na ganun eh. Hindi, pinag-iisipan yan eh. So, yun ang masasabi ko na wala talagang time and opportunity to come up with something like that. And we were focused on yung Dingdong and Jessa na collaborative kasi nagtutour nga kami. So, all our creativity was focused on that. On doing yung sa Aking Puso na world tour namin ni Jessa and previous to that, yun nga. So medyo na-put on the side yun. And then si Jada, tinutulungan namin pagpasok ng music career niya. So we had to support that. At saka also I got into politics ng early part, di ba? During this decade na nag-vice governor ako. So you could say na yung mind ko was all over the place.
So sa upcoming show niyo po, aside from Sir Randy, Miss Jessa, and Jada, why did you choose Pablo as one of your special guests?
Oh, that's an easy question. Pablo is a favorite of mine. He's my bias. Alam ng mga Gen Z ano yung bias. He said, sa lahat sa SB19, siyang pinaka-favorite ko. Although lahat gusto ko sila and I'm a fan of SB19. But when I found out that it was Pablo who was writing their music, I immediately gravitated towards him. But I like all of them. I like Stel, I like Ken, I like Justin, Josh. Collectively, I mean, I'm so impressed with them.
Nandito po kayo ng show nila.
No, nakapanood ako, pati miski na yung sa US, nakapanood kami nila Jessa, nila Jada. But ever since I gave them that, I was the one who awarded dun sa Wish Awards, the first one. That's when the first time I ran across them. I was already impressed by them. And then I did my research. And that's when I talagang started becoming a fan. And that's why no-brainer na si Pablo mag-guest ko. And it's really, for me, a great addition para sa concert ko na makasama ang isang Ppop legend katulad ni Pablo. Yeah.
Speaking of Ppop, sir, what can you say about the current situation of Ppop? Like, they're selling out our venues and they're on top of the charts.
Well, that's all up and up kasi it's all positive. In fact, OPM is in a really, really great place, you know.
Yes, sir.
And I feel like, kasi they've classified OPM like as a genre. Also, same with Ppop, parang genre na siya. But, you know, Ppop is actually Pinoy pop if you look at it. And Pinoy pop is all-encompassing. Maki is Ppop.
Yes, sir.
I think JK is Ppop. Si Zach Tabudlo, Jada is Ppop right now. And it's just wide, it's varied. And para sa akin, natutuwa ako kasi the artists now are so creative and they have their own way of expressing their musicality, others through their song and dance, the others naman to singer-songwriter. And it's just interesting to see. I just hope, ang ano ko lang na, kasi ngayon we are so compartmentalized because of the multi-platforms. Yung minsan itong generation na to, hindi kilala ng isang generation. Hindi katulad ng panahon namin. Pag nasa radyo ka, kilala ka ng matanda bata kasi lahat dun lang naka-tune in eh. Or sa nasa TV, di ba? Eh ngayon, iba-iba na eh. Minsan, kilala ka ng mga 20 million, 30 million, pero merong ibang sector ng society, hindi nila alam kung sino yun. Doon ako na parang, that's the challenge right now. Kasi how do you encapsulate or how do you reach out to the entire market, di ba? But because ang laki na rin ng mundo, ang laki na rin ng population, kahit yun lang ang matarget mo, buhay ka na eh. So, you know, you just have to just go with to adapt to those changes. And, you know, that's just a challenge that you need to figure out as you move forward. But, you know, nevertheless, as long as you create music, you love what you're doing, pretty soon you're going to find your market and you will grow and really, you know, flourish in that market.
Sir, 37 years in the business, right?
Yeah. Thursday.
Yeah. What's the most or the pivotal moment in your musical career?
Alam mo, pag sabi mong pivotal, ang dami kasi nun eh. So I can't just pinpoint one. This concert is actually what do you call this? A landmark or a milestone for me. In the same manner, on my 10th year, when I was moving towards that part na I was going to decide, tutuloy ko pa ba to? Kasi 10 years in the business, hindi mo alam kung anong mangyayari sa'yo. Having to have an album that turned platinum yung decade after with Wish I Could and To Love Again was a significant moment. And the year before that, when Paalam Na became Song of the Year, those were milestones, those were pivotal moments in my career, which I think all contributed to me lasting in this business. But there's so many things. Even my relationship with Jessa, to music, people who are two solo artists in the industry that have made a name for themselves, coming together, not just in real life, but in real life, was a pivotal moment. And then, who would think na kami, we can create, we have this chemistry pala that we will develop kasi iba ang music ni Jessa, iba yung music ko, but nagawa namin ng paraan yan. We were able to create duets. So, nagkaroon kami ng anak na si Jada. So, those are all significant moments. I can't just pinpoint just one. The countless recognitions that I've gotten all throughout the years, the Platinum Awards and the Gold Record Awards. So, overall, I'm just really grateful to just have lasted this long and be recognized until this day as somebody who's able to contribute to the music industry.
Jada's creative musical career po. Ano yung advice niyo po sa kanya?
Jada, my advice sa kanya is always be authentic, be true to your art, and be humble. Tapos, learn to filter. Because for every 10 people that will like you, there will be 10 people that will probably not like you. So, you just take the good with the bad. And eventually, there's no substitute for good work, for excellence. So, Jada is very prolific and very creative. Down the line, she will be able to create and grow her market. And I say, you just stay the course because talent will prevail. While yes, looks are important, but if your talent is there, eventually people will notice and people will respect that, and you will reap the rewards as long as you remain humble and you stay the course. And like I said, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yeah, good advice po, sir. Last question, sir. After this concert po, are you planning po to release new album or make it a world tour po?
That's really up to God, if God wills it. Itong concert na to, God's plan to eh. Honestly, nung iniisip namin to, alam namin wala kaming oras and all, but when the producer came in, that they said they want to work with us and help put it together, that was God sent. So as for it becoming a world tour, we don't know. I leave it up to God. I wouldn't say no to that if the opportunity presented itself. As far as the album is concerned, ngayon kasi the industry has shifted. Parang singles muna ngayon.
Yes, sir.
Instead na album. But we'll see. Yeah, EP muna, di ba? Ganon. So we'll see. But one thing is certain, I'm very, very much inspired now, especially with these developments. And of course, with my daughter. So I was able to write with her and nanumbalik yung ko sa pagsusulat ulit ng kanta. Yung Right Lover Wrong Time, I was able to contribute there. So hopefully by the end of the year, I'll come up with a single, and then who knows, we'll go from there.
Sir, message na lang to your fans.
Sa lahat po ng sumubaybay, sumuporta sa akin all these years, ako po taos-puso nagpapasalamat at nandyan pa rin kayo at patuloy na tumatangkilik. Sana po yung pinagsamahan natin through my music all these years manatili sa puso ninyo. Dahil ako, I will always treasure yung binahagi nyo or binigay nyo sa akin na suporta. And talagang taos-puso ako nagpapasalamat sa inyo dahil wala po ako kung hindi po dahil sa inyo.